Welcome, Raider Nation and my champions. This is Eric, and we are at halftime live here at the Raiders Colts game where the Raiders are leading 13-10. It was very promising from the start. I had a smile from ear to ear, basically the first quarter, and then we kind of slowed some stuff down. I'm going to get into that right now. I want to say hello to Dominique right now. I see you out there, as well as Sandy B. Yeah, we'll get to that too. So let's get right on to the rundown right here. So if you're live or if you're new here, even on the replay, I do what I call a rundown. I have my various categories I want to talk about, but since this is the first, this is the halftime report, we'll go over the halftime stats, my keys to the game. We'll take a look at some of the other scores around the league, especially the pertinent ones. So let's get right to this. As far as the good and the bad and the ugly for the first half, I got to give it to them. The first drive was absolutely awesome. It's exactly what they should have done. They just continued what they've been doing the last 2 weeks and basically mixing it up. They had the ball for literally the first half of the first quarter, ended up with a touchdown, 12 play, 75-yard drive. Awesome. And part of that was Josh Jacobs. He doing what he does best, juking around, getting 6, 7, 8 yards a carry at the time. And then Hunter Renfrow, I mean, what can we say about this guy? I mean, he's clutch. He had that nice run back there on the punt. Absolutely nice. But as much as things were really good in the first quarter, and including some of the blocking was very good. We started out as gangbusters, but even on the defensive side here with Casey Hayward, here's some pictures I took, some screenshots. Great defensive play here. But as far as the bad goes, I called it a running back reversal of fortune here. Hey, Earth Daughter, I saw you in here. Nice for you to see you here. Just as Josh Jacobs was doing well, he got hurt. They're saying it's a rib injury. He did come back a little bit later. I'm not sure if he's 100%, but basically very fragile. Good when he is in there and healthy. And just about that time, it looked like Jonathan Taylor started heating up, had a couple big plays. Denzel Perryman took the wrong hole. I don't know what he was thinking. Trayvon Merrick missing tackles. That's kind of uncharacteristic from him. You could say he made some bad plays, or you could just say Taylor's that good and he's very hard to get down. I probably lean towards the latter on that. And then I put cardiac quarterbacks. I mean, the interception by Carr was on him. It was a good read, but he basically threw a duck. They both had to slow down to get it. It was basically like a punt at that point. And then the other one that should have been, he threw across his body, should have been an interception by Rock Ya-Sin, and he dropped the ball. We got lucky there. And then also Mariota with the fumble there. He got stripped out. We got a little lucky there. Basically, and then the miscues, and I'm going to say up to the 2-minute drill, Carson Wentz looked like absolute trash. Here's the play right here. This should have been grounding. He threw it right to Braden Smith, and they were saying there was somebody in the area, but he threw it right to Braden Smith's chest, and he didn't know what to do because he's ineligible. He's not supposed to be touching the ball there. But they let him get away with that crap. I don't understand that one at all, but Carson's been trash. Daniel Carlson, thank you very much for giving them half the fucking field. I appreciate that. I kept telling in my game review, I said, you can't give these guys opportunities, and we're doing it. We should be winning by 10 points right now. This is a joke. I mean, aside from that 2-minute drill, the Colts offense didn't do jack. It's all about Taylor. Carson Wentz is trash. He's garbage. He had like what, one reception, I think, up to that point. So Raiders are beating themselves. Came out very strong. Not so much as the game went on, especially mid to late second quarter. As far as my keys to the game and slowing him down, Jonathan Taylor, we were doing pretty well against him. He got a couple big runs. He's nearly 60 yards rushing now, and he has that touchdown there at the end. As far as the defensive side, we're doing pretty well as far as third down conversions until that 2-minute drill. We gave up that one red zone touchdown. We got to clean it up. I'm going to be looking forward to a resurgence as we had in the second half of last week. As far as the offensive side, no turnovers. We got the turnover. Carr's been very erratic with the ball. Not targeting wise, but his decision making. I did like the decision to go deep, threw the ball too short. The other decision was terrible. That should have been an interception as well. We do have one red zone touchdown. Third down conversions so far, 3 of 7, just under 50%. Jacobs has about 40 yards rushing. We need to get him going. He got hurt. We need to run the ball more, mix it up a little bit more. It's just seemed like everything's kind of slowed down. The blocking isn't as good as it was before. Parker is an absolute piece of trash. Why is he starting? Why the hell is he starting this game? Basically gift wrapped a sack for Kwity Paye there late where we ended up getting the second field goal. Absolute trash. He's garbage. Get rid of him. Leatherwood again. The obligatory motion penalty. He can't. 17th overall pick. Thank you very much, Mike Mayock, the best tackle in the draft. Yeah, right. That's why he's at guard. Absolute trash. They're regressing back to where they were after a nice hot start. I hope, like last week's game, they get it together, come out in the second half. Indy does have the ball in the second half, unfortunately, but the defense needs to slow them down, make Carson Wentz beat you. Now it's a 2-minute drill. A lot of open receivers are in that 2-minute drill, to be honest, especially in the flat. Again, that needs to be cleaned up as well. Let's get to the scoreboard real quick, and I'm going to open this up right now. How you guys doing today? I just want to cover some of the scores real quick. The Bills, they should be blowing this team out. The Falcons are trash. The Bears are looking good. The Giants are garbage. So that doesn't really surprise me here. Chiefs are pulling away. I think they started 14-0. Bengals are trying to make a game of it, but they'll probably end up with 50 points. I don't see the Chiefs losing that game. Titans, another tough team, and I'm sure the Colts are watching this game. If they have any chance at all, I know they got swept by Tennessee, but if they have any chance at all to win that division, they're going to have to, the AFC South, they're going to have to win this game. So we're letting this team hang around. That's not that good. I mean, I like their defense. They're solid, great tackling. Reminds me a lot of the Browns defense. And like I said, we can't be turning the ball over as usual. Patriots, I'm not going to go through the Jets are beating the Buccaneers. That's very interesting. Washington, I thought they would win, no problem. And the Ravens, with half their team on COVID, are leading. So very interesting there as well. Let's get to our Q&A right now, and I'm going to look at see what you guys wrote down. Again, if you're new here, we go about 10-15 minutes to halftime. I give you my take on it, and then I want to hear what you guys have to say about this. Let's see what you have to say about this. Dominique says, I don't like how this game is going. I agree. Again, it's this. I don't know why we can't just like put together 4 quarters. It's like we're hot, we're cold. To me, it's coaching. Ultimately, it's getting the team ready. They're not consistent. They always kind of do this. They start well, and then there's a little lull. I want to see that second half push like they had last week. And Sandy B says, I'm impressed with Jacobs. Yeah, like I said, he's arguably a top 5 back when he's healthy. The way he runs, it's unbelievable. The way he can juke people. And this Colts defense, I'm not saying they're a great defense, but they can tackle well. And there's times where he made them look silly. Even on that touchdown run, the safety was open and he just juked him out of the way and dove into the end zone, no problem. But again, there was some great blocking on that play. We were playing very well in that first quarter, the first drive. But we need to get this back up here. Dominique says, let's be honest, we all knew Gus Bradley's defense wasn't going to stop the Colts from getting points. I think they've did a pretty good job overall until the 2-minute drill, to be honest. I think they only had like 2 first downs in the whole game. I think Carson Wentz had like 2 receptions. Taylor had a couple big runs there, but he's the best running back in the game. There has to be some drive here, just like we had with Denver. We are leading. We're not losing, but we are leading, and I'm hoping that they don't look at that and say, well, we still got the lead, and, there's no urgency here. We need to have the urgency here. There was a point, it was like, 13-3, right? And I was thinking if we get like that one drive, or 10-3, I was thinking if we get another touchdown here, this game's probably over. I don't see the Colts scoring 20 points on us unless we do something stupid and give the ball to them. And I honestly still don't see it. Maybe 20 points at the most they're going to get in this game. Let's see. Glad Jacobs is okay. Yeah, they said he went in the tent, rib injury. And it looks like, a lot of times, especially with Jacobs, he gets hit a little late. He's on the ground and somebody's falling on him. And, it's amazing that they kind of allow a little bit of that latitude with that, to be honest. So, Sandy B says, the Bears had a touchback. So cool, doing good. You probably meant touchdown. So, yeah, the Bears are a pretty solid team. I think once they get the coaching lined up, the offensive line, a little bit more work on the offensive line, I think they'll be able to contend in that division. Sandy B says, why did Mariota quarterback for a play? Because it was short yardage. I agree with those plays. We went for it on fourth down with him, and he got the first down. Those are money plays, and it shuts the crowd up. And honestly, for the most part, this inbred crowd that were too busy eating their hot dogs or whatever, they weren't very loud in the whole game. So they haven't really had a whole lot to cheer about anyway. So. But, we do stupid little things. We do our little motion penalties, and then we can't block anybody and get a sack, and we turn 7 points into 3, and then we kick the ball out of bounds, give them half the field to work with. Stupid, interceptions, turnovers. Like I said, we should have had at least 2 turnovers already. At least, maybe even 3 with the Mariota fumble. And we're still winning this game. We need a lot more Josh Jacobs. We need to get the defense to stop this team. I want a 3-and-out right here, and then some more Josh Jacobs, just like the first quarter. Okay. Renfro doing good, so what's needed? All right, yeah, I said that. The Giants are 4-11. Yeah, the Giants are 4-11, and they beat the Raiders, so there you go. Those are the kind of games that are going to keep us out of the playoffs, All right, looks like the game is coming back on. We got the touchback. Good job, Carlson. You got in the end zone this time. Thank you. Good job. All right. All right, Dominique, we should have kept Mariota in. He's fired up and Carr's a sitting duck. I don't trust Mariota as the quarterback out there in the pocket. I just don't. He's great with this RPO thing. And no team has solved it. I haven't seen them really stop them. They always convert third down, fourth down, but for him to be in there the whole time, I don't see it. So, all right, it looks like the game is back up. The Colts have the ball. Let's see if we can answer here. And it looks like we already have a penalty. All right, we're gonna go back to the second half. I'm gonna watch the game. We're gonna go live 6:00 tomorrow. We're gonna do the game review of this game, just like we do every week, 6:00 p.m. Pacific, 9/8 Central. If you did enjoy this, give it a thumbs up. And when you subscribe, hit the all on the bell notification so you're notified of all of our live streams. Thanks very much. And as always, go Raiders.
Ask you something. With all the distractions that you have off the field, how are you able to keep focused on winning football games as you do and do throughout the years?
When you have great coaches, then after you have great coaches, you get great players. You have a great organization, and you tell them one thing: just win, baby.